Hi everybody, I'm meteorologist Joe Thompson. We've been talking about it all week, so hopefully you're ready as we get this first big snowstorm of the season here into northwest Ohio and southeast Michigan. You can see this bugger taking shape off to our south and west over Missouri and into portions of Illinois. Now, most of this still falling as rain as of late Friday afternoon, though it is starting to run into some of that colder air and just starting to see that change over here up to the north of St. Louis. And this storm system's making a trek right for us, and we'll be moving in as we go through the overnight hours and through the day on Saturday. And it is going to be cold enough here that this storm is going to be all snowfall for us, and we are still looking at some pretty good accumulations for us as we go into the first half of our weekend. So here's what you can expect. We'll show you our TRU-VUE forecast. We'll start this here Friday evening. Early evening plans look a-okay. We're going to stay dry as we go through the first half of our Friday night. Once we get past midnight, though, especially around 1, 2 a.m., this is when the storm is going to start to work its way in, and some light snowfall will begin across the region, and it's going to become a steady snowfall as we go through the overnight hours, and it's going to continue pretty much from there on out into Saturday morning. Roads are going to start to deteriorate pretty good by this point, and it's only going to get worse as we head into Saturday afternoon, as the snowfall will continue pretty much through all the daylight hours on Saturday. Things will not really start to quiet down until we get to around 7, 8 o'clock Saturday evening, when the snowfall starts to slide its way off to the east. And there is a chance for a couple bands of very heavy snowfall embedded within this overall storm. For the most part, it's going to be light to moderate snow, but a couple places you may see, again, a brief burst of some heavy snowfall, and that's likely we'll see the heavier accumulations. We dry out for Saturday night and Sunday morning. As we go through the day Sunday, might see a couple stray snow flurries lingering around, but don't expect any more additional accumulation for your Sunday. So the worst of it is going to occur Friday night and through the daylight hours on Saturday. How much snowfall are we talking? Again, this is a model, but our computer models have actually been doing very well with handling the storm system, and they're actually in pretty good agreement. So that does lead to some high confidence on the snowfall totals that we're looking at. And again, as we go through the overnight period and that light snow begins, we're probably going to see about 1 to 2 inches across most of our region by the time we get to sunrise on Saturday morning. That is enough snow, again, to make those roadways pretty slick. And as we go through the rest of the day, that snowfall continues. We're going to tack on probably about another 3 to 4 inches in most spots. This model's putting up 5 inches for us here in Toledo, close to 4 inches for Findlay, and I think that's a pretty good trek. And again, within this overall amount of 4 to 6 inches, we could be seeing some higher amounts, probably 6 to 8 inches, not out of the question. Can't really pinpoint the exact spot, but there'll probably be a few places out there that see some really high accumulations out there. Because of all the slippery travel we're expecting, the National Weather Service does have our entire area. This is a large-scale storm system under either a winter weather advisory or a winter storm warning. So the winter storm warnings are all the counties you see shaded in white. So it's all of our western counties here, including places such as Defiance and over towards Findlay. And then places like Toledo, BG, and Fremont are under winter weather advisories. It basically just means that travel is going to be impacted due to all the snow we're expecting across the region. So snow overnight beginning after midnight, looking at 1 to 2 inches. Temperatures not too cold. It's actually not going to be bitterly cold with this storm. We'll stay in the mid-20s as we go through the overnight hours, and we'll keep the mercury locked in the mid to upper 20s as we go through the day on Saturday. But that snow, again, will continue through the daylight hours, and for most of us, we're looking at 4 to 6 inches of total accumulation, with those locally higher amounts certainly not out of the question. 6 to 8 inches in a few locales. Flurries for your day on Sunday, but again, no more additional accumulations. Temperatures going in the backwards direction, down back to the low to mid 20s for your highs. Overnight lows in the teens for Sunday and Monday morning. Could see another weak clipper system for Tuesday that could bring a few flurries or snow showers. Again, at this point, does not appear to be anything significant. Staying pretty steady with the temperatures in the 20s through the first half of next week, with overnight lows upper teens, low 20s. We're actually going to see a surge of warmth at the end of next week. Could even see highs reaching the 40s for next Friday, but then a front's going to move through. It could bring some rainfall ahead of that, so that could actually end up melting a good chunk of the snow we're going to see with this current storm. We'll have to wait and see just how warm we get, but I'm sure some of you would like to keep some of that snowfall on the ground for the Christmas holiday. We may get a few flakes to mix in by the following weekend as the colder air starts to work its way back in, but the exact nature of that storm we'll have to keep an eye on, and then cold air will begin to move back in as we head towards the Christmas holiday, which will be the Tuesday just off of your 10-day trend. But overall, again, the big story will be the next 36 hours as this heavy snowfall works its way on through northwest Ohio and southeast Michigan. I'm meteorologist Joe Thompson. Thanks for finding us on the web. Thanks.